And I know there's a close cooperation between what you are doing in Turkey with other allies all over Europe and with the US. And you are really supplying some of the most important parts and sometimes end products in terms of what the Turkish industry is producing.
We spoke about Iran, we spoke about Palestine, Syria, Lebanon, and now let's talk about Turkey. This part of West Asia has always been emerging as a global power in weapon making.
Our next story is about Europe and a country with one foot in the door, Turkey. Turkey shares a tense relationship with Europe, specifically with the European Union.
Today's warfare doctrines are undergoing a radical transformation with the dizzying advancement of technology. In particular, unmanned aerial vehicles and kamikaze drones have become the most preferred means of not only reconnaissance, but also devastating attacks. The fact that these threats operate with low cost, easy access and high accuracy has clearly demonstrated the inadequacy of conventional air defense systems. In the face of this changing threat perception, Turkey has taken a groundbreaking step in defense technologies. The Gökberk mobile laser weapon system, developed by ASELSAN, is a candidate to become the sharpest shield of defense in the combat environments of the future. Combining electronic warfare, high-precision tracking systems, and laser energy, this system has the capacity to neutralize threats coming from the sky at the speed of light. So how does the Gökberk mobile laser weapon system work? How does this new weapon shape Turkey's defense vision? For answers to all these critical questions and more, here is our video. But first, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications, and give us a like to stay up to date with our content. Recent conflicts have highlighted the effectiveness of low-cost drones, particularly kamikaze and FPV models, used by both conventional militaries and non-state actors. In Ukraine, the Middle East and Africa, these systems have demonstrated their ability to bypass conventional air defense systems and cause significant damage to ground forces and critical infrastructure. In response to these emerging threats, several countries are investing in modernizing their air defense systems by incorporating technologies capable of rapidly engaging small, low-signature targets. The adoption of laser weapons is driven by several factors. These factors include significantly lower engagement costs compared to conventional missiles, almost instantaneous response time, and the ability to operate continuously without requiring ammunition replenishment. These characteristics position directed energy weapons as a strategic solution to protect military bases, command centers, airfields, and other sensitive infrastructure. In this context, ASELSAN has developed Gökberk, a mobile laser system designed to eliminate small and medium-sized unmanned aerial vehicles. Its effectiveness was recently demonstrated in tests where it successfully neutralized FPV drones in various operational scenarios. Designed as a key component of Turkey's Steel Dome air defense system, Gökberk stands out with its ability to respond quickly to threats with optimized targeting accuracy. Integrated on a 6x6 mobile platform, the system combines a laser weapon with a minimum power of 5 kilopons with radar and electro-optical sensors for automatic target detection and tracking. The guidance system, developed with artificial intelligence algorithms, maximizes targeting efficiency according to operational conditions. Gökberk operates with dual threat neutralization capability. It can physically destroy targets with its high-powered laser and provide an instant hard kill effect against detected drones. It also has an electronic disruption capability through ASELSAN's Kangal jammer, which disables enemy drone communications and sensors, neutralizing them with a soft kill approach. This combination enables it to address a wide range of threats, from kamikaze drones to mini-drones equipped with explosive payloads. The system is designed for high operational autonomy. With advanced cooling technology, Gökberk can operate continuously without performance degradation. This makes it particularly suitable for long-term use in the defence of fixed sites such as military bases, power plants, ports, and oil refineries. Unlike conventional defence systems that require ammunition replenishment, Gökberk offers an almost unlimited firing capacity. This makes it a cost-effective solution for armed forces. Its modular architecture also allows for future upgrades, including increased laser power and integration into larger network defence systems. Developed with contributions from TÜBİTAK Bilgem and other Turkish industrial partners, Gökberk's key components are produced domestically, strengthening the self-sufficiency of Turkey's defence industry. The advanced system, a strategic component of the steel dome, combines the İHTAR, another anti-drone system developed by ASELSAN. The system is expected to play an important role in defending critical infrastructures and adapting to asymmetric air threats. Using the data obtained from the firing tests and trials carried out by Gökberk in various weather conditions, research and improvement studies of the system are still ongoing. These efforts underline the importance Turkey attaches to air defence. The steel dome, in which Gökberk is also involved, is a layered air defence system supported by artificial intelligence. The system consists of about half a dozen early warning, detection, identification, and classification modules connected to an electronic warfare suite and space-based satellites via T-Link. This unified defence network, with a centralised command and control system backed by artificial intelligence, can be likened to Israel's four-tiered air defence shield, consisting of the Iron Dome, THAAD, David's Sling, and the Arrow. However, it lacks the shorter range of the steel dome and the component to intercept long-range ballistic missiles. The system is expected to operate in all weather conditions in multiple scenarios simultaneously to protect troops, critical platforms, and high-value assets such as ports and energy facilities with minimal supervision. Moreover, the HAKİM command and control component will be interoperable with the Turkish Navy's planned TF-2000 air defence guided missile destroyers and 8 I-class frigates, which host the indigenous 96-cell vertical launch system capable of launching a variety of advanced munitions. A major challenge, however, is that the system is still being developed by a consortium of Turkish companies. While the individual platforms of the system have already entered service, it will take until the 2030s to test and operationalize the desired coverage, situation awareness, precision and guidance mechanisms. So how does AI-powered air power shape Turkey's regional defence posture? To answer this question, we need to take a closer look at Turkey's position on the map and past events. Located on the southernmost flank of the Nato alliance and in a position to control critical waterways, energy supply lines, and trade routes between Europe, Asia, and the Middle East, Turkey has a strategic depth on the east-west axis. But this vast geographical area becomes a disadvantage for building an effective, end-to-end national air defence umbrella. During the Cold War, Turkey had an on-demand fighter-dominated air power model. This meant that the Air Force's core mandate was limited to engaging enemy aircraft, suppressing enemy air defences, and providing close air support to the Army and Navy. It lacked a permanent long-range, high-altitude air and missile defence shield to protect against ballistic missiles and advanced aircraft, including drones. After the end of the Cold War, Turkey was exposed to ballistic missile threats from some of its border neighbours. Historically, Turkey's air defence infrastructure has relied on a mix of indigenous and foreign systems, such as Nike Hercules and Hawks from the 1960s, Rapiers from the 1970s, and Enterprise Stingers from the early 2000s, providing a robust but increasingly strained shield against air threats. However, the changing dynamics of regional security, marked by rising tensions in the Black Sea, Eastern Mediterranean, Syria, and Iraq, have highlighted the urgent need for comprehensive upgrades. For years, Turkey did not take major steps to upgrade its air defence network. Over time, however, its old systems with outdated technologies have become obsolete. With the goal of modernising its arsenal, Ankara launched the Turkish Long-Range Air and Missile Defence System programme in 2006, which aims to acquire a long-range air and missile defence system. However, Turkey's attempts to partner with NATO allies to provide air coverage through the Raytheon Patriot and Eurosam SAMP-T missile systems have fallen short of expectations. Although Turkey cancelled an earlier contract for the Chinese FD-2000 air defence system in 2015 under intense pressure from Washington, Ankara nevertheless decided to purchase the Russian S-400 Triumph air and missile defence systems for USD 2.5 billion, which it took delivery of in 2019. Turkey has prioritised the indigenous development of air defence systems for various altitudes and ranges, which now form the backbone of the Steel Dome. A senior Turkish military official said, "It is imperative to develop an indigenous defensive air force instead of an offensive air force controlled entirely by Turkey. Developing critical technologies with its own resources is perhaps the crucial point of this system." He added, "Today, Turkey faces a multitude of threats, both conventional and asymmetric in nature. The proliferation of advanced drones, smart munitions, and stealth technologies has redefined modern warfare and created an environment where conventional air defence measures are inadequate. The increasing use of precision-guided munitions and autonomous systems has increased the urgency for a comprehensive and responsive air defence system to counter emerging threats. These developments, coupled with growing regional instability, have intensified Turkey's commitment to strengthen its national airspace. No country's air defence umbrella or A2AD shield is impenetrable. The Ukraine war proves this lesson with the successful launch of missiles or kamikaze drones against designated targets. Turkey needs to take measures to protect its critical military installations, sensitive industrial facilities, and important transportation infrastructure. This is where a multi-layered, networked air defence system comes into play. Dr. Hasan Yükselen, founder of Fusion Force Strategy, an Ankara-based defence consulting firm, said that Turkey's geographical vastness disadvantage becomes irrelevant with a layered, mobile air defence system. Steel Dome provides diversity in the density and capacity of assets deployed to prevent saturation and penetration of any threat vector. On-the-move air defence in a complex battlefield against low-cost targets such as kamikaze drones, loitering munitions, UAVs, and cruise missiles, including laser and directed energy weapons, requires a level of complexity that only AI-enabled C5ISR capabilities can overcome. AI's ability to enhance threat detection, predict attack trajectories, and optimize response times makes it the cornerstone of Steel Dome's effectiveness. This technological advancement not only improves the speed and accuracy of intercepting air threats, but also ensures adaptability in countering the ever-changing tactics used in modern conflicts. From a geostrategic perspective, the pressures of asymmetric warfare require armed forces to have flexibility, adaptability, and the ability to stay ahead of the competition. NATO's most important asset on Turkish soil, the X-band radar base at Malatya Kuriçik, provides early warning against ballistic missiles from Iran. However, as Steel Dome currently lacks an anti-ballistic missile defense layer, Turkey relies on US NATO assets such as Aegis deployed in the Mediterranean to counter a surprise attack. This is partly why Turkey joined the German-led European Sky Shield initiative in 2024 to fill its capability gap in land-based air defense through joint development and deployment of assets, and gaining high situational awareness while developing its local arsenal. Indeed, the integration of Steel Dome into the NATO early warning CI4 system through the HERIX system will multiply its effectiveness. By improving interoperability and technological innovation with the alliance, Turkey aims not only to improve response time, but also to contribute to NATO's collective defence objectives. Thanks to Steel Dome's mobile architecture, Turkey can allocate its excess capacity to meet the alliance's needs. It will also raise the profile of the solution, an important consideration in sustaining the product lifecycle, and create a lucrative export market. As the project progresses, Turkey could potentially reduce costs, accelerate integration, and shorten export timelines by securing investments from Gulf countries interested in a comprehensive air defense system. On the other hand, this defense system also has some drawbacks. In terms of defense strategy, the construction of the Steel Dome changes Turkey's relations with other countries. By increasing its knowledge of military technology, Turkey aims to reduce its dependence on foreign procurements such as Russia's S-400 and the US Patriots. Given its demonstrated commitment to self-sufficiency in defense technologies, this change could strengthen Turkey's position in NATO, but it also risks triggering conflict between alliance members and damaging Turkey's relations with NATO. Moreover, as the project demonstrates an intention to take a more active role in international security, Turkey's effort to project a stronger military presence on the international stage could affect its standing with both Western and regional powers. Turkey's Steel Dome project is a significant advance in the country's air defense capabilities, demonstrating its commitment to technological innovation and strategic autonomy. By combining locally produced sensors, weapons, and communication networks into a single AI-powered system, Turkey aims to create a complete defense shield against various air threats. Turkey's desire to combat various threats, such as sophisticated missile systems and UAVs, is reflected in Steel Dome's multi-layered strategy of short, medium, and long-range defense systems. This flexibility is essential at a time when warfare technology is rapidly evolving. While incorporating AI into security systems such as Steel Dome has several advantages, such as faster threat detection and response times, there are also disadvantages. The complexity of combining different components increases the likelihood of system weaknesses such as cyber attacks and requires strong security protocols and human supervision. The advantages of AI must be carefully weighed against the need for robust and reliable system integration. Looking ahead, the evolution of Turkey's defense technology will depend on its ability to innovate rapidly while addressing the challenges posed by emerging threats such as hypersonic missiles and cyber warfare capabilities. Continued investment in research and development and collaboration with international allies will be critical to sustaining the relevance and effectiveness of the Steel Dome system. In addition to strengthening Turkey's capabilities, the project also has important geopolitical implications. By building a sophisticated air defense system at home, Turkey is reaffirming its position as an important actor in regional security dynamics. In addition to increasing Turkey's military independence, this calculated action could improve its position within NATO and enable it to make a more meaningful contribution to collective defense programs. But achieving these goals requires overcoming financial, geopolitical, and technological obstacles. Potential cost overruns, development delays, and system integration with existing infrastructure must be addressed for the project to succeed. In other words, the consequences of the construction of the Steel Dome could have an impact on the power dynamics of the region and Turkey's ties with both allies and adversaries. On the other hand, major world powers are also investing in high-energy laser weapons. Israel is leading the way in integrating high-energy lasers into its defense systems. In a recent announcement, the Israeli Ministry of Defense revealed progress on the Iron Beam, a laser weapon designed to work in conjunction with the country's existing Iron Dome system. The Iron Beam is specifically designed to intercept smaller projectiles and offers a more affordable alternative to conventional missile defenses. The US has also made significant advances in laser weapons, with the US Army announcing the deployment of high-energy laser systems to protect American forces overseas. In April, 2 P-HEL systems were deployed to undisclosed locations overseas, a historic milestone in US military history. Developed by defense contractor Blue Halo, these lasers began operational deployment in late 2022, offering the first directed energy system for air defense by US forces. Based on Blue Halo's Locust laser weapon system, the P-HEL systems represent the beginning of the US commitment to directed energy solutions. These systems are designed to defend against drones and other airborne threats, providing fast, cost-effective defense options for forward operating bases. The UK Ministry of Defence is enhancing its laser defence capabilities with Dragonfire, a high-powered laser weapon that was successfully tested earlier this year in Scotland's Hebrides mountain range. In these tests, Dragonfire demonstrated impressive precision, hitting a coin-sized target over a kilometre away. The system is designed to target drones and other airborne threats and is scheduled to be deployed on Royal Navy ships by 2027. In response to rising tensions with North Korea and frequent drone attacks, South Korea has intensified its efforts to develop laser weapons. The Star Wars project, managed by the South Korean Defense Acquisition Program Administration, has produced the Block Y laser system designed to neutralize drones and missiles at close range. Developed in partnership with Hanwha Aerospace, each shot from the Block E costs about 2,000 won, making it a cost-effective solution for national defense. As a next-generation weapon against northern threats, South Korea's laser weapon program is poised to significantly boost its military capabilities. While DAPA does not disclose specific production costs, the focus on affordability and efficiency reflects a trend among Asian countries towards adopting advanced, low-cost defense solutions. India has also taken significant steps towards integrating laser weapons into its military through the Defence Research and Development Organisation. Projects such as the Durga 2 and Kali lasers are under development and aim to strengthen India's anti-drone and missile defence capabilities. In short, in an increasingly digitalised and rapidly changing warfare environment, laser weapon systems are shaping the defence concepts of the future. In addition to defence giants such as the United States, the United Kingdom and South Korea, Turkey continues to have a say in the global arena with its innovative steps in this field. Thank you for watching.